Hello, welcome to our Oceanbus adventure here in Gothenburg, Sweden.
Maybe we'll do it again in Stockholm if you like.
Yes, later.
Well, I think this arrow means we go this way.
That's our route.
Yep.
Splash in the ocean.
Alla barn, säkerhetsbälten. Det är viktigt. Kids, use your seatbelts. My name is Jasper. I'll be your tour guide. This is Joachim. No, actually, he's off. I think he's having a dry martini. He'll be back in a minute. Our captain always has one drink in between every tour. So it's always a bit of a mystery. If you don't want to be wet, you're in the wrong place. Welcome aboard.
We're going now to our adventure.
Okej, hej och välkomna! Kul att se er, välkomna ombord. Välkomna ombord på Oceanbus Göteborg.
You might be thinking, what's with the gum? Well, it keeps me from feeling dizzy when I'm on the water. I don't know about him. What's his reason? Ha ha!
So welcome now to the Iron Square, the home of the workers' movement and the Social Democratic Party's office. It's time to transform our bus into a ship. For those of you that are sitting next to an open window, so you can brace yourselves. Sätt händerna mot sätena framför er så ni kan hålla emot när vi snurrar i vattnet.
So our bus transformed into boat. So we are now in the middle of the ocean. Look at that!
Den flyter! Det tror jag aldrig. Det är första gången vi testar. Kalas! With a splash! We're no longer sitting on a bus. Now we are in a ship. started building in 1603, and it was burned down by the Danish. We have the best neighbors as we. Then it was rebuilt again in 1621 by our king, Gustav Adolf II. So as I said, last year was the 400th anniversary.
We are literally crossing the ocean
In our bus.
in our bus, in our boat bus. Like,
We're going to the island.
yeah.
On the right-hand side also now you can see a large red crane. That is the Eriksberg Buck crane, right? Eriksbergs Bockkran på högsidan. 84 meters high and 100 meters wide. In the summer of 1993, that was a bungee jumping platform. Now they want to rebuild.
Yep.
Now we're driving up here alongside an area on our right-hand side called Färjenäs. Very beautiful name, Färjenäs. Means the ship's island in English. And the reason why it's called that is because between the 16 and 1900s, the only way to go to this island was by boat, because it is an island. At least until 1967, when this bridge was finished. When this bridge was done, all the boats were taken out of service, but they kept the docks on the Hull bryggorna, and they are still here. But they're on the bottom of the sea because no one took care of them. So eventually they all sank. So all alongside the coastline here now you can see large sticks sticking out of the water. They are all docking stations that eventually sank. Hence the name Färjenäs. There's a reason why I'm playing Drunken Sailor on the tour. It's not just because of the captain. Many years ago there was a ship, and this ship was named Gothenburg. Oceanbus in Göteborg pratar om. The ship Gothenburg traveled all over the world, and then it sank right here. Because the pilot, Lutsen, the person that was keeping a lookout for dangers, he started drinking on the job. His name was Kaspar Mattsson. He was from Gothenburg. He was celebrating coming back home, but he could not see the reef, revet, when the entire ship sank. 1745 alltså så var det lotsen Kaspar Mattsson som sänkte hela skutan i Göteborg. När han drack på jobbet, missade att se revet och hela skeppet sjönk. So on the right-hand side here now, there's a very beautiful building on the mountain. That is a sugar factory, Sockerbruket, that was built to make sugar for alcohol. Anyway, before we had this building here, there was a huge castle up there, beautiful castle. But there was a problem with this castle. It was such a beautiful castle that in every single war that Sweden had with Denmark, the Danish came to Gothenburg and took it, and we had to keep buying it back from the Danish. This is what our bus is going to look like in a couple of years when it grows up. This is Stena Danica coming in now to the harbor. Gick ni på den? Om man googlar det här med Göteborgshumor får man 12 700 träffar. Stockholmshumor har 220. Det säger ju någonting. Det är lite roligare här på östkusten, så är det bara. Makes you feel safe, right? Everything you see is either homemade or original Volvo details. So the seats are Volvo, the dashboard, the steering wheel, even the captain is Volvo. We got him for free, and bought the rest of the bus. And the engine is Volvo as well. Motorn är en 250 häst. Really knows what he's doing. Lucky for us, we have a pro behind the steering wheel today. Jocke, hur känns det? He says he's doing great. Okay, here we go. Full speed ahead.
Back to the land now.
Oh.
Yes. From the ocean. Woohoo. We made it.
Of course. Seatbelts back.
Welcome back.
Alla barn kommer säkert sitta ner. So go back up
Welcome
the
back to
highway.
the land. Here we are.
You have that motorcycle to avoid.
Over now is the Rosenlund Channel. This is the most important architectural detail in Gothenburg because the ground is so wet in Gothenburg. If they had not thought about building this channel to make sure that the rainwater goes back into the ocean again, Gothenburg would not be here because the ground would have been too wet to build on. So that was a brilliant move, and we have everything to thank for it. Malmö och ett i Sundsvall, men det är stängt i Sundsvall tyvärr. Sen är det bara 3 kvar här i Sverige. Det här är ettan. Det är på grund av den här killen. Det här är Jonas Ahlströmer som kommer nu till höger. Det är den svenska slöjdens fader. Han introducerade Sverige till slöjd som skolämne runt 1750. Det är vi tacksamma för. Det var också han som lärde svenskarna äta potatis. Han kallar sig potatiskungen. Han tog med sig potatisen hit till Sverige. On the left. Från Irland, ja. Så, bra koll. On the left, we have the Gothenburg City Museum, opened in 1993. This is the best museum, by the way, in Gothenburg. So if you're looking for a good museum, I recommend this one. And the yellow church over there, that's the German church. Tyska kyrkan har vi till vänster. Här har vi den där paddan i vattnet till vänster också. Får ni vara med och vinka. Le som att ni menade. And of course, to top things off, that's the man himself. That's the king that built Gothenburg, standing on that statue now on the left-hand side. That is Gustav Adolf II. He's pointing into the ground. That's what he stood like when he said, "This is where Gothenburg should be. Här ska staden ligga." Det är därför han pekar ner i marken. Fun fact, that is actually not the real statue. That is fake. The original statue was being made in Germany, but apparently Hermann Göring melted the statue down to make cannonballs for the Nazis. So this is a fake replica they made in the same cast as the original statue. That's the one that made it all the way to Sweden. I'm going to tell you a quick story before I let you off the tour. When we started all of this, we started this in 2014 in Stockholm. Nighttime, because we didn't want anyone to see our failures. It's very difficult to drive this bus, so we were practicing during nighttime. And then one night we're coming out of the water and the entire beach was full with police cars. Apparently an old woman saw the bus go into the water. She called the police, screaming, "There's a bus in the water. Get down there, people are drowning." So the police department, the fire department, and the newspapers are waiting for us when we came out of the water in the middle of the night. They took a picture of us, and that picture ended up on the front page of Expressen, the Swedish newspaper, saying "Amphibious bus disaster. Vattenbuss i sjönöd", stod det. Så lång artikel om oss. But the bus in Stockholm, the name of it is Estelle. Estelle is the name of our Crown Prince's daughter in Sweden. 3 days later, during the first week of our tours ever, I had a booking of the tour from the royal family. So when I came to the bus, I had the Crown Princess Victoria, her husband Prince Daniel, and their daughter Estelle join me on one of my first tours. I was 17 years old. I'd had the job for a week. I don't think I've been that nervous in my entire life. And to top things off, they had 15 police officers with them on the tour as bodyguards. Very different day at work. That shows you there's no such thing as bad publicity. Now we're slowly going to roll up here in front of the Great Theatre again. Hopefully you feel a bit smarter. Ni är lite klokare här nu än vad that is here for you in the front. If you want to write about us on Facebook or TripAdvisor, speaking of publicity, then my name is Jasper, my captain's name is Joachim. If you did not like the tour, and you're still going to write about us, then my name is Stefan, the captain's name is Joachim. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, and goodbye.
We're back.
We're going to have an early dinner. Welcome to Hard Rock Cafe in Gothenburg, Sweden. Yes. Yes. Wow.
Get to sit by the Beatles.
Yes. Hi, welcome to Hard Rock Cafe in Gothenburg, Sweden.
We're sitting in the Beatles area. There's all kinds of cool stuff like John Lennon's hat and gold record and Beatles cereal boxes. John, George, Paul, and Ringo.
The Beatles, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Hard Rock Cafe in Gothenburg. Here come our drinks. Oh yeah. Cheers. Okay, let me try this. Wow, piña colada. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you in my next video. Keep safe, everyone.